Good morning, Pilgrim. This morning I have a devotion from Charles Spurgeon. It's from a sermon he preached on the 17th of November in 1861. He entitled it "The Roaring Lion," and with good reason. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil is a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith. 1 Peter 5:8 and 9. Here comes Esau, hungry from hunting, and there is a mess of pottage ready, that he may be tempted to sell his birthright. Yeah, and here is Noah. He's glad to escape from his long confinement in the ark. He is merry, and there is a wine cup ready for him, that he may drink. Here's Peter. His faith is low. His presumption, however, is very high. There is a maiden ready to say, "Thou also wast with Jesus of Nazareth." Well, there is Judas. There are 30 pieces of silver in the priestly hand to tempt him. And there is a rope afterwards for him to hang himself with. Yeah, there's no lack of means. If there be a Jonah wishing to go to Tarshish rather than Nineveh, there is a ship ready to take him. One of the greatest mercies God bestows upon us is his not permitting our inclinations and opportunities to meet. Think on that. Have you not sometimes noticed that when you had the inclination to a sin, there has been an opportunity? And when the opportunity has been presented itself, you have had no inclination towards it? Satan's principal aim with believers is to bring their appetites and their temptations together at the same time, to get their souls into a dry, seared state, and there to strike the match and make them burn. He's so crafty, and he's so wily with all the experience of these many centuries, that man who is but of yesterday can scarcely be thought of as a match for him. And we're not, Pilgrim. Never think you can be. Did he not drag down the wise man, even Solomon? Solomon, whose wisdom was more excellent than any of the sons of men? Did he not lay that royal preacher like a helpless victim at his feet? Did he not cast down the strong man, Samson? Samson, the man who could slay 1,000 Philistines, but who could not resist the dalliance of Delilah? Did he not bring down even the man after God's own heart? Did he not bring down David once? So be thankful for the temptation resistant inclinations of the Holy Spirit that lives within you, if you be God's child. Galatians 5:17. For the desires of the flesh are against the spirit, and the desires of the spirit are against the flesh, for these are opposed to each other, to keep you from doing the things you want to do. Pilgrim, but beware of Satan's opportunity seizing devices. Yeah, he'll seize any opportunity he can. 2 Corinthians 2:11. So that we would not be outwitted by Satan, for we are not ignorant of his designs. Thank God for his Spirit. Galatians 6:1. Brothers, if anyone is caught in any transgression, you who are spiritual should restore him in a spirit of gentleness. Keep watch on yourself, lest you be tempted. He left Jesus too for a season. Luke 4:13. And when the devil had ended every temptation, he departed from him until an opportune time. He seems to always return. Luke 22:2-6. And the chief priests and the scribes were seeking how to put him to death, for they feared the people. Then Satan entered into Judas, called Iscariot, who was the number of the 12. He went away and conferred with the chief priests and officers how he might betray him to them. They were glad, oh yeah, and agreed to give him money, 30 pieces of silver. So he consented and sought an opportunity to betray him to them in the absence of a crowd. And so he did. Well, Pilgrim, think on these things. Satan is never going to leave us be as long as we're in this world. Got his wiles, he's got his ways. But the Holy Spirit can handle the situation if we but let him. Well, God bless, Pilgrim. Think on these things. Have a blessed, blessed day.